Tonight, the game everyone wants to see. The FA Cup fourth round tie between Merseyside's two great rivals, Everton and Liverpool. Good evening, and that game lived up to all expectation at Goodison Park today. The commitment, the drama, the passion, really quite extraordinary. Obviously, that's our main match, but we'll also be showing you the biggest shock of the day. Tonight's other local cup headlines: Manchester City's manager John Bond ends up in hospital after seeing his side hit Norwich for 6. City are joined by Wrexham in the 5th round, but Manchester United are out. Well, let's get straight down to business by joining a capacity 54,000 crowd at Goodison Park, who provided a carnival atmosphere to welcome the two teams and the referee. Here's Gerald Sinstad.
Clive Thomas makes his appearance to the kind of reception I suppose he must have expected. Remembered on Merseyside for a controversial decision in a semi-final 4 years ago. But Gordon Lee left himself plenty of options in the squad he chose for this game, but in the end the only change he has made is in goal, and that was forced on him. Jim McDonough injured an ankle in training, so Martin Hodge is recalled for the first time since April. He, Kevin Ratcliffe and Imre Varadi are new to derby matches. Liverpool also have one change. Alan Kennedy hurt his knee at Norwich last week, so Harvey Cohen reclaims the left-back spot he last occupied in November. There's just one derby debut on the Liverpool side, that's for Colin Owen. And so off we go in a Mersey derby for which there are no second prizes. Everton, who play towards the goal on our right in the white shorts. Clear skies and bright sunshine, which will pose problems for us as our cameras look into the sun away to our left for about the first 20 minutes. And of course the sun will also pose problems for players when the ball is in the air. Push in the back, referee keeps them going, played the advantage. O'Keefe, Berardi going well here, left foot blocked by Souness. First threatening move, and lovely and fluent it was too from Imre Varadi. Clements making sure that he can see beyond the bunch of players on the near post. Ross with the corner. Towards Lyons, but Irwin got it away. Dalglish. Hartford. Now Bailey. Ross. Burst through by McMahon, and he'll keep it in play. Knew the space was there and used it well. And against the upright from Berardi. Sure that it would have counted. The referee is calling them back for something on the far side of the field. It's worth having a look at the way that was set up and how well Berardi hammered it. We're back, in fact, with an Everton free kick for Hartford to take. Neal's header, Thompson's header. Right. Ray Kennedy. Lyons. And that's a foul by Ray Kennedy on Lyons. Kennedy, a word from Mr. Thomas. And Ross. Jumped by Ratcliffe. Lee. Relief from Neal's kick. Well, when the teams met here in October and drew 2-2, it was a game that blew away memories of some goalless and somewhat frustrating encounters between these teams in the past, and this one has certainly begun explosively. And here now is another free kick, again for Everton. McMahon. Hartford. Ross calling on this side, play very tight on the far side. touch from Easto. McMahon again, and it could have fallen for Ross. The bounce beat him. Cohen, chased by Ross. Tried the through ball for Dalglish, couldn't get it right. Thompson. Ross changed the angle of that cleverly. Still very competitive, close down that far touchline. Phil Neal in a bit of distress. Obviously needs some treatment. I'm not quite sure where that blood is all coming from. Looks like a cut somewhere high up. Bob Paisley on the Liverpool bench with his hands on his knees. And Phil Neal patched up and back in action. Three in the middle waiting. Bailey plays it low. McDermott. Well, after that opening burst, Liverpool finding it difficult to lift the siege. Ray Clements still with his cap, but at the moment our son only on the left side of his penalty area. Foul on Dalglish after the ball had gone by Lyons. Cohen, Fairclough, the cross, kicked away by Hartford. Fairclough again, and a good turn and cross. Oh, that was a good header out by Bailey. Neal's shot, but the real hero there was John Bailey after Fairclough had delivered another lovely centre. It eluded Hodge and Bailey prevented any danger. Right, long and spinning. Owen's header. Ross, Berardi, he does show lovely control on the ball. Ross was really ballooned too far, but maybe Everton will make something of it. The overhead from Hartford and a clearance from Cohen. Lyons, Hartford, on to Easto, who is onside and has a clear chance. Will it go in? Was it in? It is now. Mr. Thomas is taking a long walk towards his linesman, gets the thumbs up, and the goal stands. Not cleared on the line by Neal, so 1-0 to Everton. 17 minutes gone, and Peter Easto gets the opening goal of the game. Well, it's a goal that's been earned by a long period of pressure. Thomas now having a word with Cohen, telling him the ball must be put back where it can be put into play, not tossed away like that to waste time. Right. Easto prodding it on for Wright, and there are 3 for him to cross to. Kicked away by Thompson. Back in by Ross. Clements. Right, better jump than Fairclough. Berardi says, leave it to me. And he's done well bringing in Bailey. Blue shirts streaming into that Liverpool penalty area. But Neal there to clear, but only into touch. Bailey is capable of a long throw. towards the edge of the 6-yard area, and Neil's header goes out for a corner. It's going to be busy and crowded in there again. Liverpool just leave Fairclough upfield, 2 men back guarding him, and everybody else in or around that penalty area. Good in-swinger, good punch too from Clements, and then over the top from McMahon. Steve McMahon, 19 years of age. Careless one by Cohen. Ray Kennedy. It's anyone who wants to claim it. And again. And it's eventually Ray Kennedy with the right foot. And again, the harassing in midfield gives the advantage to Everton. McDermott now steps in. Souness unable to make an impression. McMahon. This is great fighting football by Everton. But now stepping over the mark and leaving Neil down, and Mr. Thomas reaching for his notebook to take the name of Steve McMahon. No yellow cards now, of course. Here's McMahon on the ball. Lee the first challenge, and then McMahon goes through, leaves his foot out and catches Neil. It was a very reasonable booking. Phil Neal, who's already been in the wars with a cut on the temple, needing treatment again. Steve McMahon, youthful impetuosity, tempting him into a foul, which gets him pushed. Well, he really does look as though he's been suffering, Phil Neal. Souness. Given away. O'Keefe. Holding off the challenge from Neil and slipping it on, but cleared by Irwin. Not far though. Hartford. Bailey. McMahon. That could so easily have been an own goal from Souness. Try as they will, Liverpool just cannot get a grip on this game. Thrown back once again here. Toe stuck out by Souness. Ball out for a corner. Ross. Keith came in but didn't make contact. Wright got a touch there, but it hit Kennedy, and very astutely played by Ratcliffe. Berardi then to Ross. Lyons is in the middle, needs an early cross, and it needed to be higher than that. Thompson just rescues it from going for the corner. Fairclough couldn't control it. Well won again and intelligently distributed into space by Ratcliffe. Easter. Souness, Kennedy, Fairclough, Ross. Clements, but he had to be brave. Real collision there, but Berardi took it, shakes himself and gets up, head on. Cohen. Dalglish. Oh, a nice turn, and the shot went through the goalkeeper's legs and out for a corner. Kenny Dalglish can scarcely believe that he didn't score. First time he'd really outwitted his man. Header by Neil, away by Wright. Neil, Fairclough. So we're now in the time that Mr. Thomas is adding on as Berardi attacks down Isto calling for the pass. Played with such confidence and precision. Support from Wright. On to McMahon. Way. A nice little control chip from Souness that was only just caught by Kennedy. Kennedy finds McDermott well. Fairclough to Dalglish. Better looking football suddenly from Liverpool. Souness. Intercepted by Bailey. Lee for Fairclough, who is onside. Lifts over. Dalglish got ahead to it, but he couldn't direct it towards goal. Suddenly, in this last 2 minutes, Liverpool have found themselves. There were real possibilities there, and the ball with Fairclough after a good build-up. Dalglish jumping, couldn't direct it on target. Thomas checking his watch. He's added on 2 minutes so far. Owen, who's made some good defensive headers. Everton now sensing the interval approaching, feeling no need to show any urgency over the throw. And that is the final moment of the first half, in which Everton have performed with so much credit, taking the lead by a goal to nil, which the scoreboard here credited to Peter Isto, although it bears looking at again during the interval to see whether perhaps it might not have to be debited as an own goal. Lyons. Hartford. On to Isto, who is onside and has a clear chance. Will it go in? Was it in? It is now.
Yes, and what a dramatic first half, and believe it or not, the second half is even better. Let's rejoin Gerald Sinstad.
Well, now the official word about that goal from the two dressing rooms. Phil Neal says that he hooked the ball back before it crossed the line, but only to hit it against Harvey Cohen and then into the net, so that would make it an Harvey Cohen own goal. But Peter Isto says that the ball was already over the line before Phil Neal hooked it out, and that makes it a Peter Isto goal. Referee Clive Thomas just says it was a goal. And we've got a substitution at half-time. Kenny Dalglish is off and Jimmy Case has come on in his place. Everton then a goal in the lead, kicking off in the second half and looking for O'Keefe. Dalglish's injury, incidentally, is a cut that has actually needed stitches. So Liverpool have a great deal to do, and I bet there were some hard words said in their dressing room at half-time. Case to Neal. It's long from Bailey. Thompson and then O'Keefe. Case. Ball went out. No, there was a foul. And Case quickly in the action. Neal. Lyons, a good header, but it's come to Case. Over the top, looking for Fairclough, and Hodge. Hardly what you would call a clean or orthodox catch, but ultimately effective. Hodge has had one or two uncertain moments, but his goal is intact. Thompson. Themselves out of a tight situation. Lee. Case jumping, knocking it down for McDermott. Everton just getting bodies in the way, and it still needed a desperate plunge, and now it's getting difficult. And Mr. Thomas is in and sorting them out. Souness looking for somebody. And there is a quite unnecessary altercation there, because Hodge had got that ball, claimed it, it really needed nobody else to go in at all. Mr. Thomas has got his book out and knows exactly who he wants. Case, and I think Souness as well. We're now in the position of having to make guesses because there are no yellow cards, but I think we can reasonably assume assume that two players are cautioned here, Souness and Case, and the referee is also going to have Lyons to talk to. Well, now this is a very clear indication, you see, of what's happened since the cards have gone, because we really can't tell who was booked, though we can look again at what happened. Case had the ball at his feet, Hodge there has it in his arms, and suddenly something like a rugby ruck forms. Look how far away Souness comes from, the number 11, running from the edge of the penalty area to get involved in something that really was no concern of his. Bailey. Neal. Put high by O'Keefe. And again a caution. I think the gesture there from Clive Thomas to O'Keefe was an indication that he had warned him before. So now he's taken his bow. A nice little touch, and Verratti a good stretch. Away he goes, and tried unselfishly to set it up for Isto. Now tries the shot and brings out a save of international class from Ray Clements. Lovely bit of football from Everton in attack, and a fine save from Ray Clements. Verratti tried to give it to Isto. Should maybe have gone on his own the first time. When it came back to him though, made up his mind, tried the shot, and what a good save. So Ross has another corner for Everton. Outswinger, looking for Lyons, didn't find him. O'Keefe over. Can't get any more into Goodison Park than that. It's 1,000 more than we're here for the Derby game in October. Cohen. Authoritative bit of play by Cohen, and that's too hard a pass for Fairclough from Irwin. And here's the second surely now from O'Keefe, or has he pushed it too far wide? Tried to be too deliberate about it, but he's made the goal for Verratti. What a very cool piece of work. When he pulled it so far wide of Clements, allowed the goalkeeper to get back on his line, but still took his time, and in came Verratti, and in goes the goal. This Everton first team making and scoring the goal. Eamon O'Keefe and Imre Verratti. McMahon. Half an hour still remaining, and it's 2-0. Everton lead Liverpool at Goodison Park. Listen to the atmosphere now. That Gladys Street stand behind Martin Hodges' goal is trembling with excitement. Free kick charged down, but this time the linesman flags, and the free kick will be taken again. Gordon Lee on that Everton bench completes 4 years as manager of Everton this coming week, and he's had 8 FA Cup ties on this ground and won them all. This is the 9th. Lyons the header. O'Keefe. Cohen. Hartford. Isto. McMahon misses. Cohen. Can he follow it through himself? Fairclough. rising. Header was Irwin's. Case in there battling, and there's the shot over the top. And what a vantage point they've got. Looks a bit precarious. They're seeing the game. Ball just dropped dead. The pitch took a bit of a soaking this morning, and the referee is going for his notebook again, this time to Souness, and so we shall find out whether Souness was booked before or not. The answer is he wasn't, because I'm sure he was then, and so there can't have been a previous booking or he would have been out. Sure, the Liverpool fans will be remembering that in the league derby here in October, Liverpool were 2-0 down then and came back to 2-2. They have a lot to do in the last 20 minutes here. Case to Neil. McDermott. Corner at least for Liverpool, and they're in a great hurry to take it. McDermott. Ray Kennedy knocked away by Ross. Berardi. And he was obstructed, but given the advantage because he had the chance to run onto the ball. Lifts it over well, and that was the header that was required from Neil. Eastoe or O'Keefe might well have got in on that if he hadn't put it out for the corner. And a good bit of refereeing there by Clive Thomas. He played the advantage to let Berardi go on, but once the ball was dead, he then had a word with Arvie Cohen to let him know that he'd seen the foul. Ross's corner. Kennedy wasn't allowed to turn it. Fairclough, Case. Quick break here with Liverpool streaming forward. Offside flag goes up against Fairclough. Defenders were coming back, just hanging in line with Fairclough. As soon as the ball was played, they dropped back to cover him. The linesman has given the offside. Good humour. Taken for a ride. More senses than one. Now Liverpool a free kick for offside. Arvie Cohen. Pulled back there by Cohen, and Cohen will be yet another name to go into Mr. Thomas's notebook. Cohen had been spoken to 3 or 4 minutes ago when Mr. Thomas played an advantage and didn't actually give the foul. Given, and a chance for Liverpool to take another quick free kick. Souness, Cohen, more penetrating this. Ray Kennedy turning, and Case! Now it's 2-1. And for the first time almost, Liverpool were getting the ball into the box quickly. And they've got a quarter of an hour or a bit less to see if they can do it again. Kennedy turned on that. Case was in there bustling, and Hodge couldn't keep it out. 2-1, and the Liverpool fans will be asking themselves, and so no doubt will the Everton fans, is this October all over again? Jimmy Case, his second goal only this season. The noise is coming largely from the other end, but will it be stifled? into the box. He wasn't far away. Well, he's a very graceful and athletic mover, Ray Verratti. Hares in on goal, controls, looks, shoots, just inches over. Free kick is given against Everton. Did he right the culprit? Souness. Lee. Kennedy taking it down, turning, deflection. That's a corner. It's a nasty one too, and could well have worried Hodge. Kennedy turned on it well and hit it. Just ballooned up off an Everton leg. Cohen. Souness. Pressure on here now from Liverpool. Fairclough brought down. It was a yard outside the area. Still the danger there though for Everton. Only Verratti not in that penalty area for Everton. Kennedy nods it back and Wright puts it over the bar. They need to keep their concentration because Liverpool will pile everything in here now. Somebody taking a ride there. O'Keefe couldn't get to that. Lee's there. Souness is there. Can Liverpool keep the pressure on? Not this time. With his socks down, epitomising the spirit of this Everton defence. Kennedy, Bailey, being told to come back. Foul and a free kick to Liverpool. McDermott, touched away by Ratcliffe. Hartford, he's had a good game. Quietly prodding away, covering, harassing, prodding. Really done a splendid job. Now it's Thompson. Irwin. McDermott is on the run through. Hodge had to come and claim it. The defenders looked to him and he didn't let them down. Like Lyons, these last 5 minutes will seem long to him. This is his 20th Merseyside derby and he has never been on the winning side. Maybe now Verratti will make certain of it, but he's missed it. Tried to make certain. Was forced wide and the left foot couldn't find the net. Bursting away, Clements out, forces him wide, he's done the difficult part, he perhaps should have gone on another stride to make sure. Kennedy and Lee not allowed to get the ball because of Ross's tackle. Cohen strides out, plays it early for Kennedy, Hodge is out again. And is hit by Kennedy coming through. Hodge had the ball. Well, Martin Hodge has certainly had an afternoon of excitement and involvement. Recalled to the side, having started the season playing in the A team against Morecambe. Now his first match for 9 9 months, and it looks as though he could end on the winning side. That was Ratcliffe, another commanding header from him, and a knock in the back as he went up for it. So that's a free kick to Everton. To take the kick, we go into the time. Mr. Thomas adds on. 2-1 to Everton. No second chances. Fourth round of the FA Cup. Foul. Free kick to Liverpool. Easter in conversation with Mr. Thomas. Ball played back to Clements, whose left foot will hit it long. Lee misses. Kennedy takes it. Three people close round him. McMahon plays it out. Hartford takes it up. In comes Thompson. Thompson slips. Offside. Only 5 yards inside, but offside. Souness. Thompson, Irwin. Souness again. We've had a minute over the 45. Case, Bailey. If it hasn't been a game of classic open football, it's been a game we will not forget. Everton have won it by 2 goals to 1. The Everton fans celebrate, and celebrate deservedly, because it has been a fine victory by their team. Goals by Isto and Berardi. Case replying for Liverpool. 2-1 the score, and I wonder what all that means to an Everton Merseysider.
I wonder how they'll react if they win the Cup. A great day for Everton, and especially their captain, Mike Lyons. His first win over Liverpool in 20 Merseyside derby games, and I don't know anyone in football who would begrudge him his moment of glory. Mike Lyons.
The reason we beat them today, I think, was total commitment by all the players. As I said before, to beat Liverpool, you've got to have 11 players who are all firing on all cylinders. And I think today it proved it. There was 11 v 11 today. I thought all our 11 players played tremendously well. Every 50-50 ball, I thought, we totally committed, and I thought we won our majority of the 50-50s, and I think that's the difference why we beat them.
Careless one by Cohen. Ray Kennedy. It's anyone who wants to claim it. And again. And it's eventually Ray Kennedy with the right foot. And again, the harassing in midfield gives the advantage to Everton. Dermot now steps in. Souness unable to make an impression. McMahon.
It seemed quite early in the first half, indeed, that they were beginning to play what looked just like long, hopeful balls upfield. Did you begin to feel then that maybe you got it right?
Well, I think Liverpool have got this thing that they con everybody. I mean, I always think that they hit long, hopeful balls at the start, and they've got the likes of usually David Johnson, who runs and chases and stretches people. Then the people are stretches, and then after about 20 minutes, Liverpool's midfield starts to play. But initially, I think in nearly all the matches, especially the hard ones, they hit long balls, and then they all push up as quickly, and they play off other people's mistakes. But today, I think what happened is that when the balls were bouncing loose, we were beating them. When they always play Arsenal react just as quickly as them and Notts Forest do. And that's why I think they've been unsuccessful against teams like that.
Once you got 2 up, did you remember the October derby when you'd been pulled back from that score?
Not really when we were 2 up, because I was going around to all the lads and saying 10 foot tall now, we're 10 foot tall, and I think the lads were 10 foot tall. But that when they got their goal, a couple of little jitters, and I thought, oh no, not again. It was my heart was going to thump. But in the end, I think the fans kept us going, and I knew that we were going to finish about 4:45 because we started the second half late. But the fans, I think, for the last 10 minutes, I think the fans were doing our running for us and our chasing for us, and it was I think the fans were giving us new heart all the time.
Were you aware of that clock over in the corner?
Well, you always are when you're winning. I think actually derby matches, I thought the first half lasted about 20 minutes, and the second half lasted about an hour. It's one of them type of games.
Yes, and Everton worthy winners on the day. But one point which remains unresolved, who in fact should be credited with Everton's first goal. Did Peter Eastow's shot cross the line before Phil Neal kicked it clear, or did Avi Cohen turn it into his own net? First point, Peter Eastow is obviously not offside. Asa Hartford on the ball, plays it through there, Colin Irwin playing Eastow on. Well, now the moment of real controversy, if you like. There's the ball heading towards the line, and Phil Neal keeps it in play. But now it hits poor old Avi Cohen. The ball goes into the back of the net, and I think that proves quite decisively it was an own goal. Apologies, Avi. Well, it was an afternoon which produced numerous heroes, not least the referee Clive Thomas, who gave an exemplary display. He fully appreciated that it wasn't just another game and that the atmosphere and the tension was a little bit special. And when inevitably an explosive incident arose, this one, he handled it sensibly, selected the right players for cautioning and really took the heat out of the situation. We join the Liverpool manager Bob Paisley in congratulating him on a day when he was forced to book 6 players. But the star player on the day, with respect one has to say, surprisingly Everton's Imre Varadi, who earlier in the season turned down a move to Halifax. Afterwards, the Everton manager, Gordon Lee, praised Varadi's performance and said with a little more experience he might have had a hat-trick. Still, he did get the winner and played with an abundance of gusto and style.
Eastow, a nice little touch, and Varadi a good stretch. Away he goes, and tried unselfishly to set it up for Eastow. Now tries the shot. Varadi. And he was obstructed, but given the advantage because he had the chance to run onto the ball. Lifts it over well. Now the noise is coming largely from the other end, but will it be stifled by Varadi as he breaks again into the box? He wasn't far away. Maybe now Varadi will make certain of it, but he's missed it. And here's the second surely now from O'Keefe, or has he pushed it too far wide? Tried to be too deliberate about it, but he's made the goal for Varadi. What a very cool piece of work.
Imre Varadi, the hero on a day that Evertonians will never forget.
To beat Liverpool is a different class, and especially when you've got the next door neighbour on your door telling you you're going to get beat 2-0 and 5-0, but it's feeling because I can go home tonight, I can knock on his door and say 2-1, you know. So, but it's a great feeling.
Hartford on to Eastow, who is onside and has a clear chance. Will it go in? Was it in? It is now. And here's the second surely now from O'Keefe, or has he pushed it too far wide? Tried to be too deliberate about it,